Keeping it friendly.
There you go. Ace King versus Queen 6.
Let's hold hands during this hand.
Okay. All right, just for the flop.
Brent anticipated Dr. Frank there. He put his hand out. Was like, I know you're coming.
Flops a 10-9-3. 2 clubs out there.
Ugly flop for Brent.
All right, just for the flop.
Keep it going. Come on, keep it going.
They go to check. And the turn is a queen hitting Frank. He's going to check the queens. Shannon Shore. King 9 in first position. Won't play that.
Aye. Oh.
Frank feeling pain at the table.
Some countries, Ray, this hand's the schnizzles. Some countries.
Now, Ray's usually a talker at the table, but Frank has just taken over with the talk.
He can't even fold 7-3 offsuit without offering a few thoughts.
There's Brent with an ace-3. Gonna make it 80,000.
All right, well, Ray, our shorty, with king-jack suited in the small blind, has a very clear all-in here.
Wait, what were you saying? What were you saying?
We're just saying you're playing great.
Meanwhile, Frank in the audience asking David Peters, what'd you say about me? All right, Ray, it's go time. And it looks like it's call time. Erg.
Steve Song with a 10-8 behind him now can stick around.
Steve has a hand that likes to see a flop in these situations, so we will be 3 ways to this flop. Brent with the slight lead, Ray with the most equity.
The flop is a 7-7 deuce, helps no one.
Bad flop for Brent considering the circumstance. Ray really doesn't have many 7s in his calling range here when he only has 13, 14 blinds to begin the hand. You know, Steve can't get that out of line here against Brent. Brent could actually have a 7, so he's going to take a little stab here and hope to end this pot. And he actually has the best hand, too.
Ray's going to stick around with his king-jack of clubs, though.
I like this call from Ray. Bit much to give up here with the overcards, the backdoor flush draw, and against this really tiny bet.
Well, it's a club. That gives a 4 flush now to Ray.
Well, Ray has less than pot remaining, so I don't see how you could get that card and give up on this hand. And hey, you might actually have the best hand with king high. Your opponent can have a lot of bluffs here. Brent just gonna put him in. Brent, at this point, not really sure if his hand is good. Figures, well, if I'm wrong, I got outs to the 5 and ace, and Ray is gonna fold this hand as well as much of his stack. Vince, this is tough to watch.
Hey, the blinds are going up 25 and 50 with the 50,000 big blind, Andy. Pair of 7s for Ray. Khartoumi.
All in.
There you go, Ray. Steve going out. Shannon out. And Frank looks down at a pair of jacks. Look at this.
He's gonna consult his lucky beer. Frank been dying for a chance to eliminate Ray.
650.
There you go. Slaps him up. Ray in pain.
All right. Another 7 of the diamond.
Unfortunately for him, one of the 7s is already out, so as you can see, he's in worse shape than usual there with just 12% to win the hand.
Hug me. Hug me. Come on, brother. You know me. You catch up.
Catch up.
Good for you. Good for you, brother. 2 7s on the flop. Jack, jack.
2 so-called non-professional players that play a high level of poker, and Ray is battling for his poker life.
No matter what happens, we can still take our windy walk that we agreed to take together. Would you like to take a windy walk with me?
You're the man.
Huh?
You're the man.
You are too red.
You're the man. If I don't win it, I'll root for you.
Thanks, brother. 7, 7, 7.
And the flop is a 9-8 deuce.
Straight flush.
So there you go. Ray in dire straits.
6 of spades. 6 of spades. 6 of spades.
Frank,
6 of spades.
call him for the 6 of spades, because he's a sick man.
6 of spades. 6 of spades.
Let's see what appears.
Ooh, the 10 of clubs. Also an interesting card, Vince. Now, any 7 would actually deliver a higher straight to Frank. And so a 6 or a jack are the outs that Ray is looking for.
Jack or 6?
Can Ray pull off the upset special of the night the long shot, the home run ball.
Hold hands until we're done. Come on.
A little affection at the final table again. Is Ray gonna make this happen? Anything's possible.
6.
No, it's a 3, and we are going to lose Raykar Toomey in 5th place.
Play online poker for real cash and prizes at WPT Global. Sign up for free today using bonus code YT32 and get a $1,200 deposit bonus.
Couple folds. And now Brent Roberts. Oh, with an attractive ace-10 of clubs. And he's just going to call it. Gonna disguise the strength of the hand. And Steve, with just a 4 deuce, says, okay, let's see 3.
I like this call from Brent. You want to have some strong hands when you limp in the small blind so people can't just punish you. And not much on this flop for either player. Brent will check over to Steve. Steve doesn't have a lot of reason to bet here. You could take the occasional stab with just, 4 high, no showdown value, no draw, no nothing.
7 pairs the board now. And Brent's going to come out of the woodwork with a bet, 65.
And Steve is going to go away with 4 high.
There is Brent's wife in the crowd.
I gotta tell you, Vince, I love these faded spade playing cards.
Absolutely. There's nothing better than a well-made playing card. And speaking of cards, next hand is being dealt, so let's get down to the table.
Hey, you drank again without me.
Oh, man. Frank, you gotta...
I don't know about this guy over here. Ghibli.
Ghibli.
They're making the beer look good, right, Tony?
They are.
You had it, Brent?
There? Probably.
You would have 4-bet, huh?
Oh, no. When you 3-bet?
I'm talking about this hand right now.
I don't know. I can't tell you.
Aces.
That's a lot of information.
Frank with the ace-6 suited, first to act. He will eventually raise.
Brent and Steve go away. Now Shannon with an 8-6.
Definitely going to make the call out of the big blind here. Frank wants to play doctor.
Not right now.
Let me get a little read on that Paul Shannon. Interesting flop, though. 9-5-4. That will give Shannon a gut shot to the 7. Frank has the best hand. Now, I think that should Frank bet here, especially if he bets small, Shannon will continue.
Frank has bet 95,000, and now he's doing something strange with his hands.
Looks very serious, this hand, Brent.
It's a serious type of guy.
Like he's milking a cow or something.
Man.
260.
Oh, I can feel that.
And there's Shannon with the check raise up to 260, so I love this play from Shannon. A less experienced player might fold because they only have ace high, but a more experienced player might say, look, I've got 3 to a straight and flush.
Call.
A lot of turns are good for me, and so Frank is going to make this call. Wants to see what the turn brings. Wow, what a turn.
4th flush now for Frank, and a straight draw.
Second pair for Shannon, so he's going to check now with showdown value, and he only has about a pot-sized bet left.
I didn't need to see that, but thanks, Shannon.
So I would like to see Frank put him to the decision and move in here, and if he were to do that, Shannon has a nightmare decision to make. And there he goes. Frank puts Shannon all in, so a really well-played hand from Frank here, and a difficult choice for Shannon. This is tough. And you know that Frank could easily have a 9 or an overpair here. He could have the sets, and there's not that many bluffs for him to have here. In order for Frank to be bluffing, he has to have exactly this kind of hand, or something like Jack 10 of spades, Jack 10 of diamonds that called on the flop, intending to get a good turn card. But if you're in Shannon's shoes, you're finding a lot more strong hands in Frank's range than drawing hands, and so you see Shannon agonizing.
Frank saying, don't root now, my trusted friends. I'm on the verge of cracking this guy. Gonna lay it down.
You want to see?
Let's see.
Great play by Frank, and he just slams it over in Shannon's face. I love it.
He's keeping it light. We're down to 4 players. Let's see what happens. Shannon with a suited connector there, and he is gonna call it.
I like this limp from Shannon, trying to get into more pots against Frank and reduce his variance a little bit.
Once you're done with what you're doing, Brent, Givoli.
Brent with a pair of 4s here.
Mullen.
Brent will punish him with the all-in, and this is a very nice play from Brent, and exactly the kind of hand you want to use.
Givoli. I'm folding, but
Squeeze play. Brent seizing the opportunity.
Givoli again.
And the beers flow. Now look at this. On the rail, you see Brent's wife. That's the great thing about delaying the final table, and then you get your friends there. They have T-shirts.
Racquetball partner.
That's got to feel good, Tony.
About a 4-handed Strudalewski.
Especially when you're playing for this kind of money, knowing that you have time to prepare.
This could get fun.
It's a real added benefit, too.
Frank says blind raise to 100. Hundy.
Okay, he's off the track now. He is raising blind to 100. He has so many chips. He is playing loosey-goosey at this point.
And Shannon, with an ace and sitting on our short stack of 18 blinds, I think is
Blind raise.
going to go after Frank here, considering he has 2 random cards.
All in.
Shannon's going to push them all in.
Say this, Vince, it hasn't been Shannon's night so far, but I think he's played a perfect final table of poker.
Oh, you want
Not a great start for the...
First one's a deuce. I'm an excellent driver, right? I've told you that, right? I'm an excellent driver.
Shannon's poker face just melts. He's like, you got a deuce down there? I'm good.
So he's going to fold it.
Are you folding? I can't tell. Are you folding?
Frank advertising that he is going to go play crazy here tonight. Come and catch me. And there's Shannon's crowd going nuts.
14. If you like 100 less, I call. Because then it's like 12 more bigs or something like that, and I'm suited.
That is the strength of being able to go all in, put a player to the test. Frank is well out in front still with close to 5.9 million in chips. As you can see, Shannon with about $1 million. Steve Sung, who's been playing very quiet lately. He's been hiding. He has 1.7. He's in second chip position. Brent Roberts with about 1.5. That's on Brent, and he's got a great hand here. Ace-King. He's going to make it 100. That's the min raise. Shannon goes out. Frank doesn't have much.
Can't you see?
I can see.
He's in that big blind already, so it's costing another 50 to speculate. And he will do that.
Keeping it friendly.
There you go. Ace-King versus Queen-6.
Let's hold hands during this hand.
Okay. All right, just for the flop.
Brent anticipated Dr. Frank there. He like put his hand out. Was like, I know you're coming.
Flops a 10-9-3. 2 clubs out there.
Ugly flop for Brent.
All right, just for
Yeah, keep it going. Come on, keep it going.
They go check. Turn is a queen hitting Frank. He's going to check the queens.
That's bad luck for Brent because it's actually a card that is better for his range, so he'll bet it pretty often.
Well, Brent is going to bet this 150.
I like this bet from Brent, but it's going to backfire. Frank has turned top pair.
It's a very bizarre hand.
I think it's very tough to bluff a man when you're holding hands. You know, there's just distracting. I think you go back to more of a conservative mode when you're holding hands at the table.
I don't have a lot of experience holding my
Oh,
opponent's
come on.
hand, so I couldn't really tell you how it affects things.
I've heard different.
That wasn't friendly, Frank.
If you ask nicely, I may do something.
And now, as you can see, Frank is check
I
raised.
have to fold. Now I gotta look. I'm probably gonna let you
You want to see?
win. Yeah.
Easy bet. Easy bet.
Play online poker for real cash and prizes at WPT Global. Sign up for free today using bonus code YT32 and get a $1,200 deposit bonus.
He will make it 100 to go. Steve Sung goes out. Now Shannon with queen 10 of clubs, though.
All in.
Nice shove by Shannon here. And a lot of guys miss these spots and just call out of the big blind.
Put the leather jacket on, you come out firing, huh?
These suited broadways play great as shoves, so yet another nice hand from Shannon Shore. And so you heard it, roll tide. That's Shannon's mom out there.
Puts the coat on, wins a pot. That coat's not coming off for a while.
Oh no, he's from Alabama. He's not used to these cool, breezy Vegas temperatures, I guess.
This time Brent makes a quick fold. Now Steve Sung with 7 deuce.
What is Steve doing? Why are you entering pots voluntarily with 7-2 offsuit into a chip leader who hates folding?
Well, he's been very tight lately. He thinks there's an opportunity to perhaps bluff.
I think I can do that, Steve-O. We got 125.
The thing about bluffing is we want to have bluffs that can make hands. You know, if we raise 7-6 offsuit here, we're bluffing, but 7-6 offsuit can make a hand, right?
Well, I've seen 7 deuce work out sometimes. Here we go. Let's see if it does. King, queen, 6. It doesn't here. Frank getting a piece of that with the queens. He's going to check.
Oh, I almost drank without you.
And not a bad flop for Steve to stab at here. You know that Frank is calling with almost everything out of the big blind, and he hasn't done anything that crazy post-flop. He just puts in money when he has good stuff. So I like this continuation bet from Steve.
Well, he's betting 150.
Frank will make a quick and confident call.
I can do that, Steve. How you feeling? Are you feeling froggy?
We'll say that Frank definitely has some timing tells. You can tell when he's really sure he needs to continue and when he's unsure he needs to continue. And that 9 of hearts is a better card for Frank's range than Steve.
Last drink.
I mean, Frank could definitely have Jack 10, he can have the hearts, he can have King 9 and Queen 9.
Steve has guts, though. Look at this. He's getting more betting chips out. He's not going to slow down. He's going to put it in. Looks like
Yeah.
375.
This is
6.
very troublesome. I mean, on top of Frank having all the good hands in his range, a lot of the hands that he has that are a pair also have a gut shot. You know, whether you have King 10, King Jack, Queen 10, 9-10, all of those hands have just enough to continue here, so this bluff is really not going to work very often.
He's going to take more time. Don't forget, Steve hasn't played many pots lately, so his perception is he might have King Ace. He might be playing way behind. Steve could have a big heart there as well, so
Sure.
to call this, and he is going to call it, is a lot of speculation.
And we did see some timing uncertainty from Frank there.
What's going to happen on the river?
And he rivers the straight. Nice check from Frank. A lot of guys stick out a blocking bet there, hoping to make sure they get value, or they're worried about running into a flush. Frank just checks it over to Steve, and he's going to let him hang himself. Oh, no. Oh, Steve. What are you saying you have? You don't even have a heart blocker. This is, I don't know how to describe it other than this is lighting money on fire. This whole hand has been hard to watch, Vince, because Steve has played a great final table. He's been solid and patient, and he's observant, and all of a sudden he just decides to light his stack on fire. And even worse, he's second in chips with 2 guys solidly behind him. So he, above all, should not be taking any unnecessary gambles. So I don't know what to say about this hand anymore.
Well, he's bet 700,000. And Frank is thinking about this. Now, Frank has a straight.
I'm going to look again.
And as you can see, Steve definitely has an image for a bluff because Frank is having trouble making the call with the straight here. He's so worried about a flush, and he knows Steve has played tight. So I get where Steve is coming from here, but man, you got to do a better job of hand selection.
Going to take more time. Steve's perception has been so tight, he might get away with this. Frank, and he would be destroying this table if he should win this, if he should make this call, and he's going to do it!
There it is, and so Steve Sung has imploded his chance at getting second and moving up the ladder. He's going to be our clear shortstop.
Quick fold by him. Shannon Shore now with a king 4 spades, and he will raise it to 125 with that. But Frank right behind him with a pretty strong ace queen.
Frank has mixed it up pre-flop. I'm not really sure if he's going to re-raise or call here.
395.
There you have it. He is going to 3-bet. Nice sizing out of the small blind there. Over to Shannon. And he will not continue.
You want to see? Easy bet, easy bet.
Yep, it is. Ace queen.
Nice one.
Frank shows his cards a lot of the times.
It's Frank's world. We're just we're living.
There's three 33-year-olds hanging out, living in it.
Shannon just said 3 33-year-olds living in a 59-year-old man's world.
And Shannon points out that all 3 of Frank's opponents are 33 years old.
Obviously, it's far from over, but
But
no.
Just give me
No. I'm not saying but overconfident at all. I mean,
I'd be overconfident.
I like where I am right now, but can change.
Can change.
You got these chips, you're having fun, you've had 9 beers. Everything's going right, you're gonna make a lot of money. This has gotta be the most exciting day of his entire life.
Meanwhile, he's raising up Queen 3 offsuit big.
Oh, I need beer.
It's basically put Steve Sung all in, and Steve finds Ace King suited in the big blind, so he will make this call.
Perhaps a little revenge for Steve.
Good luck, Steve-O. Wait, we gotta do the usual. Come here and give me a hug.
All in and at risk.
All right.
And Frank wants a hug.
I want you to win this one. I do.
I know you do. I know you do.
Queen Jack 10 of clubs.
Frank would like to see Steve flop a royal flush.
All clubs or 2 clubs?
All clubs. All clubs. Flop a royal. Damn it, I made a mistake of standing up. I gotta pee now that I stood up.
You just go. Huh? You just go. Whatever happens, happens.
Button goes there. I can leave, right? What do you mean I can't leave? I gotta go to the bathroom. I pee.
No, I guess he's not. He's gonna wait this out. And a king on the flop for Steve Sung. He's top pair.
King would be a pretty good card.
That'll take the pain away if he can double up here from the last debacle.
That was close.
Jack on the turn.
It's close to Queen too. Close to both.
Pair the board, whatever happens.
Let's see what happens on the river. It's a deuce of clubs, so it's safe.
Steve Sung is going to survive. Frank off to the bathroom.